Welcome to our series of videos where we'll be sharing tips and tricks to help you elevate your design via the new page editor in Sitefinity. As an advanced editor, you know how important it is to create visually stunning and engaging websites. In this series, we'll show you how to take your designs to the next level. We'll cover everything from customizing pages and templates to creating reusable presets without relying on IT or development resources. This series will grow over time to include multiple examples, so please check in periodically to get new ideas. Now, before we get started, please note that these tips and tricks are for advanced editors, so it's important to have basic knowledge of HTML markup and how to apply classes. Familiarity with the Bootstrap front-end framework is also key. As of Sitefinity 14.1, Sitefinity DX ships with the Bootstrap 5 package installed out of the box. In many of our examples, we will be working with Bootstrap 5 classes to adjust and enhance our designs. Bootstrap is a popular tool that helps website designers and developers create websites and web applications quickly and easily. It provides a set of pre-built code and styles that can be used to make websites look good and work well on all types of devices, including desktop, tablets, and smartphones. Bootstrap takes care of a lot of the technical details that go into designing and building a website, such as layout, typography, buttons, forms, and navigation menus. This allows designers and developers to focus on creating great content and user experiences without having to worry too much about the technical details. For our examples, we will be working with the new Sitefinity DX Page Editor, and we happen to be using Sitefinity's .NET Core renderer for our front-end website. But this editor can be used with other front-end frameworks such as Angular or React. Please note that some of what we will be covering can be applied when using the former Page Editor. This is typically used when managing a front-end website built on the traditional MVC framework. But not everything we cover in these examples will be available in the former Page Builder interface. Now, a willingness to explore and experiment is key. The provided examples will just scratch the surface of what is possible, so it's up to you to dig in and explore the possibilities. After reviewing our examples, we recommend you taking some time to review the Bootstrap 5 documentation and experiment by implementing some classes on your own. In today's example, we're going to look at how to create a background image with text overlay. For our example, we'll be using this for the title section of our page. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll create a new page called Why Franchise and click Continue. Then we'll select the core corporate base template, which is using the new editor. Here we see the new page editor interface. So the first thing I'll do is add a widget to the center, and we'll choose a layout. We're going to go ahead and select section. And then I'm going to go to the properties of my section, which are based on Bootstrap 5. Bootstrap includes a wide range of shorthand responsive padding and margin utility classes to modify an element's appearance. Padding is the space between the content and the border of an element, while margin is the space around the border of an element. In the new editor, we provide small, medium, large properties to easily apply padding and margin to different page elements, such as page section and columns, to give content authors the ability to create designs that are sleek and uncluttered. In the section properties, we also have the ability to apply background properties, so I can apply a background color, background image, or background video to my section. In this example, we'll apply a background image. And I'll choose that image from my library. And once I've applied the image, we'll go ahead and save. And our image is there. I want to add some padding. So instead of going into the full set of properties, I actually can access the padding and margin from my change layout under the spacing tab. So from here, we'll go ahead and add some padding to the top, padding to the bottom, and I'm even going to add a little bit of margin to the bottom as well. We'll go ahead and put small there. So I think that's good for now. The next thing I want to do is add some overlay text. The overlay text can be used for the title of the page. And so we'll go ahead and add another widget here. This time I'm going to choose the content block widget. And we're going to use this to control the title text for the page. So I can go ahead and just type in the title text. And the title of my page was Why Franchise, so I'll go ahead and add that in. And once I have the title text in there, I'm going to apply a heading tag to it. And I'm just going to use my format options to do that. So we'll just choose heading 1 and go ahead and click Save. And so we'll see that my text overlays my image, but it's very dark. And so in this instance, I want to lighten that text up so it's more visual and visible to our users visiting our site. So we'll go ahead and update that using our content block advanced properties. So to get there, we can just go back into the edit mode for the content block and hit the gear in the top right-hand corner. From this gear in advanced properties, I can do things like add CSS classes. I can update the tag name. I can add attributes. Maybe I have like an ID with a value that I want to apply under attributes. Those are things that I can update here. So let's review the Bootstrap color utilities in the Bootstrap 5 documentation. The color utilities are a set of predefined classes that we can apply to update the color of our text. We want to update our text color to white so we can better see the text when it overlays our background image. Here we see text white. So let's add that to our content block. Text white. And so that's going to make the text that I have white. We'll go ahead and save this. And when I save it in the editing interface for the WYSIWYG editor, we'll see that when we get back into the page building editing interface, we have our white text. So I think that looks pretty good. One more change that I do want to make before we go ahead and save this is just adjust the margin for my text. So in my content block, just like within my section widget, we do have the ability to go into our padding and margin and adjust. And so for here, I'm just going to go ahead and add some margin to the left. So I'm just going to select large for my margin on my left, and then it moves that text over. I think that looks good. So that's it for our example today. So just to recap, today we looked at how to add a background image with padding and margin to our section, and how to add text overlay and style the text with white using a content block and the content block's advanced properties. In our next example, we'll learn how to hide this section when we're in smaller viewports. Thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you next time.